Hi, I'm Dave from the Keeper's Hive. We're here at Winterthur, where George has a apiary where we've been beta testing our hives. A lot of people come up to us and tell us to our faces, sometimes not nicely, that our hives just won't work. They're too small. The supers should be positioned over the center. The frames are going to stick. Whatever it is, we've heard it all. And so we wanted to show you this apiary as a way to kind of prove to you that they do work. So stay tuned. So we're here at the apiary. As you can see, there are 8 one-queen keepers behind me. These 8 hives have been at this apiary for about 3 years. In total, there's about 40 one-queen keepers out there at different apiaries. And over the course of beta testing this particular hive, we've used about 100 different hives in different hands at different apiaries around the state and around the region. So obviously you can tell, we put a lot of time and effort into beta testing these hives, because at the end of the day, even if we sell thousands of them, if nobody likes them and they don't work, what does that do for us? You know what I mean? Our only goal here is really to come up with a product that we think is going to help beekeepers and help bees, help them keep their colonies healthier. So these 8 hives in particular all survived the last 2 winters here in southeastern Pennsylvania at Winterthur. One of 8 of these hives swarmed this past spring, and that's in large part thanks to the demery method for swarm control, which is honestly a necessity for managing these hives. But when you learn it and you see how simple this design makes it, and then you compare that to what it would take to constantly be lifting boxes to check on a hive over the course of a year, doing the demery is well worth it, and it's highly effective. And as a result, because only 1 of 8 swarmed, this apiary put out approximately 45 pounds of honey per hive, which the Pennsylvania average is about 30 pounds of honey per hive. So, as you can see, like I said, we've had people tell us it's not going to work, it's not enough space, the frames will get stuck, and we just wanted to show you this particular apiary because it's done super well. Bees have been in these hives for 3 years. We'll show you that the frames still slide, the amount of propolis hasn't affected the function, and the bees are healthy, they're strong. So we'll get into it and we'll show you how easy it is to check on one of these. And last thing, again, there's a lot going on with this hive, but another thing is, like, if you're a honey producer, which George is, George sells honey and honey production is important to him, it says something that he uses these hives because his time, the amount of time it takes for him to check on this apiary rarely takes longer than 45 minutes, and frequently takes less time than that, depending on the time of year and what jobs he has to take care of. But if you're managing a double deep Langstroth apiary with 8 hives, you're well aware of the time and effort it's going to take to go through each of those. Usually it's a couple hours. So, there's a lot of pros to using this system, and we're excited to share it with you because we know it works and we think you're going to like it a lot. So George is going to get his bee suit on. We'll show you how, the functionality and all of that. And we'll get into it. Thanks for watching. So we just inspected one hive and it kind of turned into its own video, so keep an eye out for that. But for this video, we're just going to have George talk a little bit about the observation window and show us that, after 3 years, these frames can be removed despite a little propolis buildup.
Great, David.
So,
Let's get started. We're just going to quickly give these bees a little smoke, undo the ratchet strap, which takes a little practice, but once you get the hang of it, no big deal. Open the hinge roof.
And these are winterized right now, right, George?
These hives are in winter mode, so we've sort of taken off the medium spacer box, dropped down the deep exchange box full of honey. We have our insulation board sitting right on top of our observation window. So this is our observation window. A lot of people love this feature. The observation window sits on top of the brood, half of the brood chamber, so you can see 4 of the frames in the brood chamber with this observation window. So it can give you an idea of the strength of the colony, the vigor of the bees, which is cool. A lot of observation windows sit on the side of a honey super, so that information is limited compared to when you have a window right over your brood chamber. So we're gonna gently smoke the bees underneath the observation window, just in case.
Yeah, we only have one bee suit and I'm wearing it, so.
And we're going to remove the observation window. So again, very minimal burr comb on the observation window, a little bit of propolis on the sides as you would expect. So now it's for the moment, can we get these frame guards off the side of the hive? And you can see they easily pull off.
There's some propolis, but it's not.
Doesn't affect function. Most of the propolis is sitting right here. So same thing on the other side. We're gonna take this off, take the frame guard off, and we're gonna get into the brood chamber. So again, this is an 8-frame brood chamber. We're gonna crack the propolis on the sides of these frames.
When was the last time you pulled these frames out, you think?
About 3 weeks ago is when I had these frames out. You know, every hive is different amount of propolis in there. This hive is a little bit of a heavy propolizer compared to some of them, but again, the frames come out really easily. So that's a nice frame there. Beautiful pollen, beautiful bees on that frame. That's an outer frame in the brood chamber, so you'd expect to see food resources on that frame. And we're gonna just easily, again, just lift this frame straight up out of the brood chamber, and we're gonna see more of the same, just really vigorous, healthy looking bees, beautiful pollen and nectar. Again, really healthy looking bees. And we'll pull one more frame just to show how easy it is to get these frames out from underneath the inside the brood chamber. And we see brood finally. So this hive still has a little bit of cap brood on it, so they're still making their winter bees. They haven't fully shut down for the season. Again, that's a strip of mite treatment on the hive right now. So just like wonderful looking bees in a wonderful hive. And we're not gonna, again, so that's all I needed to know, right? So in a matter of 30 seconds, I was able to get into my brood chamber.
If you weren't stopping and talking, this would take very little time.
I can assess that I'm queen right. They haven't fully shut down for the winter. They have a fair amount of stores still. There's plenty of room to slide all the frames in. Make sure you just sort of tuck all the frames in tight using your follower board. Put your
in this configuration, that deep nuke isn't clamped,
right,
and that's just for the winter. But normally with those clamps, you don't even have to really bother with it. Those frames will fit right in.
And then take your observation window, seal it up. Insulation panel goes back on. Drop whatever notes you want to drop. Close it up, and you're basically done.
Yeah.
And I did that with really minimal disturbance of the bees. We really showed that between the observation window, I got a good amount of information. The frame guards easily came off. Those frames lifted really easily out of the box, and you know, it doesn't get any easier or better than that. So
yeah, the colony's strong. People think it's a weird hive, but the colony's strong, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the proof is in the bees, right? The proof is in the bees. Do your bees survive? Are your bees healthy? And I think the keeper's hive really enables you to, you know, keep bees that are healthy, prevent them from swarming, and keep them alive. So that was fun.
Cool. Thanks, George.
Yep.
And thanks you guys for watching, and stay tuned. We're excited to keep doing more videos for you. We'll have some more demos and testimonials and those things as we go.